Peter, here in Budapest, it's the end of a tough week for the guys, but you must be happy with how it's gone.
It's been a terrific week. The boys worked really hard. The facilities, as you can see, are absolutely magnificent. The food, the hotel, everybody's so helpful. And the players have reacted to that. Because they've worked hard in the training field. We won a football match yesterday, but it was nothing to do with the result for me. The most important thing at this stage in time is people getting game minutes. And I'm delighted with the players' attitude and commitment, because they've worked hard, and we've got exactly what we wanted from here, and great facilities.
Obviously a couple of new signings here with us in the squad, Alex Harris and David Mitchell. You pleased with how they've settled in amongst the group? Alex
Harris in the game yesterday looked very, very good. I'm really excited and can't wait to see him playing in a proper match. David Mitchell was a good goalkeeper, as we know. He has to oust Robbie Thompson, who has got the number 1 jersey just now, but David's more than capable of stepping in. But even young players like Cameron Blues had a fantastic game yesterday. Kevin O'Hara scored a goal and had a great game. Mark Stowe over with us, and a new experience for a young kid like that. So it's been great for the fact that they can integrate with first team players, but also the first team players put up a decent showing yesterday. We've still got a wee bit to go where we want to be as far as sharpness is concerned, but that'll come.
You mentioned some of the younger players there. Obviously we know you watched the 20s games anyway, but is it perhaps been an opportunity for some of those younger lads to kind of put themselves in your mind?
Yeah, absolutely. Mark Finlayson, I haven't mentioned yet, come into the squad. Kevin O'Hara regularly and Cameron Blues regularly play in the 20s, as does Mark Stowe. He's only a year into the football club, and Mark Finlayson's maybe a couple of years now and pushing forward. But would I have any fears of playing Cameron Blues in the middle of the park? No, I wouldn't. We are strong in there with experience, but Cameron will get his opportunity, because, as I say, his effort, his work rate and his commitment, he's a really good player, and he's only going to get better.
Is it safe to say then, in terms of fitness for the lads and also overall outcome, it's met your expectations this week?
Absolutely. I knew what we would get for the players. I knew that the commitment would be 100%. They know how we want to work now. They know how hard we want to train, and how hard we want to get better. We've got a big season ahead of us. We know that the fact that we've just missed out in the last couple of years, can we go that one step better? Well, in my opinion, I think we've got a squad of players who can take us there. Remember, Rory Loy's back at home, we've got Mark Kerr back at home, and we've got Lee Miller. Big players, good experience, and add to the quality that's already here. In my opinion, we should be making sure we start the season well and having a big push to try and get the number 1 spot.
In terms of, obviously you mentioned their playoffs and stuff just falling short in previous years, does that give you motivation to say, ideally, let's just avoid then if we can?
Well, absolutely. The aim of every manager or every team is to try and finish as high as they possibly can, and preferably number 1. We've had a difficult 3 seasons with the clubs who have been in the League 3, arguably Scotland's biggest clubs. You've still got Dundee United, you've still got Inverness coming down for the top, you've still got St Mirren getting stronger, but don't forget the Queen of the South and the Mortons, who had great seasons as well. So this league is very, very difficult. What you have to be is consistent. 2 years ago we were really consistent. We lost 4 matches throughout the campaign. We have to gain that consistency again, and that's what we strive to do. Last year I felt that we never reached the levels that we did of 2 years ago, but we have changed that about. There's a few players left the football club, as you say, there's 3 come in, but also we've got developing young players who are pushing. You look at Scott Shepherd, scored 19 goals for under 20s last year. 3 years down the line for me coming in, he's a much improved player, and he should be pushing Nathan Austin, he should be pushing Rory Loy to try and get that first team start, and indeed Kevin O'Hara as well.
The question that I have to ask Peter, you know what's coming, it's Rory Loy's been added this week. Can the fans expect any more comings or goings from the Falkirk Stadium? At
this moment in time, who knows who goes, because at the end of the day, if somebody comes in with a good bid for one of your players, we are a club who has to generate cash in some ways. I don't envisage any at this moment in time, but if it does, we would never hold any young player back. We've never held anything like Will Vaulks back. If something bigger and better comes in, then good luck to the players, because they've done Falkirk Football Club a ton. I think regards to anybody coming in, I'm quite happy with the squad just now. I think if we bring in more players, we maybe have too many for the positions, because if you look at it, we have a couple of right backs, we've got 3 centre backs for 2 positions, we've got a couple of left backs as well, very strong in the middle of the park with 6 or 7 to choose from. Up top now with Rory coming in, we've got Nathan Austin pushing, and he'd finished the season well, and we've got the emergency Kevin O'Hara and Scott Shepherd breaking through, as well as Lee Miller, you know. So at the end of the day, you've got to be careful that you don't you don't have too many players in your squad, because then it makes your choice much more difficult. And as I say, I think there's players in our squad who can get us high up the league and hopefully push for the number 1 position.
Just finally, Peter, you mentioned that the outcome of the game yesterday wasn't important, but were you surprised at the number of fans who came across to back the team?
You know, no, I'm not surprised. I think it's typically Falkirk fans. Falkirk fans in the past, and even going back to my day, we come to pre-season friendlies down south, and we didn't have the luxury of coming to a place like this when I played for Falkirk. But they were terrific. They were good humour. They were good natured. A couple of them had a couple of beers in them, but they behaved themselves, and that's important. You know, it's important. I think I've got to give credit to all the Falkirk fans who did come out to us, out here to see us. That some of them came on Tuesday to watch us training, which was great, and quite a lot, as you say, almost 200 fans came to the game yesterday. And the most important thing for me, as it being a Falkirk manager, is that the guys enjoyed themselves. They were funny, but they behaved themselves, and I think they left here giving the Falkirk team and fans a good name, and that's important to me as a manager, because as a club we have to make sure that our fans enjoy themselves, but they behave themselves, and certainly the guys that were out certainly did.
Peter, as always, thanks for your time.
Cheers, Lewis. Thank you.